Assalamu alaikum. This is Shauruk Mujumdar welcoming you all to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Great Victory Day tomorrow. Preparations to pay tribute to valiant freedom fighters completed. Inkilab Moncho spokesperson Osman Hadi admitted into Singapore General Hospital for advanced treatment. Eight persons detained in case of attempted murder of Osman Hadi, while law enforcement agencies making every effort to arrest remaining suspects. Election Commission to hold free and fair polls, overcoming all challenges, says Chief Election Commissioner. More 10 people die from heavy rainfall in Gaza, says World Health Organization. And Real Madrid beat Alaves by 2-1 goals in Spanish La Liga. Those were the headlines, now moving on to the details. Great Victory Day, the most glorious day in the history of Bangladesh tomorrow. Bangladesh emerged as an independent state on this day by defeating the Pakistani occupational forces in the Great Liberation War of 1971. Extensive programs have been chalked out across the country to celebrate the day with due dignity. The day will start with 31 gun salutes in the capital in the morning. President Muhammad Shahabuddin and Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus will place wreaths at the National Memorial in Savar at the sunrise. The national flag will be hoisted in all government, semi-government, autonomous and private buildings, while important buildings and establishments will be decorated with lights marking the day. Special prayers will be offered in religious institutions seeking the peace and progress of the country. Bangladesh Television and Bangladesh Betar will broadcast special programs highlighting the significance of the day. Inkilab Moncho spokesperson and prospective candidate for Dhaka 8 constituency, Sharif Osman Hadi, has been admitted into Singapore General Hospital for advanced medical treatment. Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport's Executive Director S.M. Ragib Samad said an air ambulance carrying Hadi departed Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport for Singapore at 1:55 p.m. today. Hadi was shot in Dhaka's Polton area on Friday afternoon and has since been undergoing treatment at Evercare Hospital, where his condition remained critical. The Chief Advisor's press wing said the decision to transfer Hadi abroad was taken during an emergency teleconference held under the directive of Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus. Over the past 2 days, the government has been in contact with several hospitals in Singapore, Thailand and Malaysia to explore specialized treatment options for Hadi. Finance advisor Dr. Saleuddin Ahmed said the Ministry of Finance will allocate whatever funds are required to take Sharif Osman bin Hadi abroad for medical treatment. He said this while speaking to journalists after a meeting of the Advisory Council Committee on Government Procurement at the Secretariat today, emphasizing that the Ministry of Finance will bear all expenses necessary for taking July fighter Osman Hadi abroad for treatment. The advisor said the country's political environment is currently satisfactory and will become more stable. He also said the necessary funds will be allocated in line with the Election Commission's requirements for the upcoming election. 2 more people have been detained in connection with the attempted murder of Sharif Osman bin Hadi, spokesperson of Inkilab Moncho. The police said with these, a total of 8 people have been detained in the case. After a case had been filed at Polton Police Station over the attempted murder of Hadi, those detained include Hannan, the owner of the motorcycle used during the incident, Samia, the wife of the prime accused Faisal, his brother-in-law Shipu and his friend Maria, all of whom have been shown as arrested in the attempted murder case. 2 days after the incident on Sunday midnight, the case was filed under several sections including attempted murder, conspiracy to commit an organized crime, and use of firearms. The case was filed by Abdullah Al-Zabir, member secretary of Inqilab Moncho, as the complainant. Chhatralik leader Faisal Mahmood Karim and several unidentified individuals have been named as accused in the case. Hifazat-e-Islam Bangladesh staged a protest meeting and mass procession in the city today, condemning what they termed the killing mission of hegemonic forces and an attack on Osman Hadi. The events were organized under the banner of the Mohanagar Ulama Janata Oikko Parishad held at the premises of the Andurkilla Shahi Mosque. Demanding swift action against those responsible for the attacks and alleged missions, Hifazat-e-Islam Joint Secretary General Mufti Haruniza said, "The criminals are lurking in the shadows. They must be arrested immediately." Among others, Maulana Abdul Qayyum of the Ulama Janata Oikko Parishad and Maulana Asadullah of Hifazat-e-Islam Hatajari and teachers and students from different madrasas were present. Later, a mass procession commenced from Andurkilla and merged through several key roads of the metropolitan area. The prosecution filed an appeal seeking the death penalty by increasing the sentence of deposed Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and former Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal, who were sentenced to life imprisonment on one charge in a case of crimes against humanity related to the July genocide. Earlier on November 17th, Tribunal 1 delivered its verdict in the case filed against Sheikh Hasina and Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal over genocide committed during the July mass uprising. In the verdict, the tribunal merged the charges against them and sentenced Sheikh Hasina and Kamal to life imprisonment on one charge and to death on another. Following this, the prosecution decided to appeal to upgrade the life sentence to the death penalty. Briefing journalists on the matter, prosecutor Ghazi Monwar Hussain Tamim said that considering the gravity and brutality of their crimes, the death penalty is warranted. To justify the appeal, the prosecution highlighted 8 key points in the appeal petition, including societal expectations. Meanwhile, the International Crimes Tribunal 2 has set December 17th for the next hearing in the crimes against humanity case against Hasanul Haq Inu, involving 8 charges, including the killing of 6 people in Kushtia during the July mass uprising. In another crimes against humanity case over the killing of 6 people in Kushtia, the same tribunal has scheduled December 23rd for the next hearing against 4 accused, including Mahbubul Alam Hanif. Additionally, in a separate case involving the case of 2 people, including Amir Hussain, who was shot while hanging from a railing in Rampura during the July mass uprising, Tribunal 1 has concluded the cross-examination of the investigation officer and set December 17th for the next hearing. Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin said there is no reason for concern regarding the election. The Election Commission will give a free and fair election to the nation by overcoming all challenges. He made the remarks today at a program held at a hotel in the capital focusing on the role and expectations of young voters. Noting that law enforcement agencies are fully prepared, the CEC said, in line with the commitment made to the nation, a free, fair and peaceful election will be ensured. He urged young voters to play an active role in building the future of Bangladesh through casting their votes. Young voters expressed hopes of voting safely and without obstacles. They called for a future Bangladesh free from discrimination and led by competent and neutral leadership. Now, international news. The head of the World Health Organization, WHO, said at least 10 people in the Gaza Strip have died yesterday from heavy rainfall as thousands of displaced Palestinian families shelter in tents with little protection from harsh winter conditions. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus warned on social media that the combination of exposure, inadequate water and sanitation, and overcrowded living conditions is likely to lead to a surge in acute respiratory infections, including influenza as well as hepatitis and diarrheal diseases. He said the WHO continues to face obstacles in delivering laboratory reagents and diagnostic equipment to Gaza, noting that many supplies have been denied entry after being classified as dual-use items. The security forces killed 13 militants during 2 separate operations against terrorists at Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in Pakistan. The Pakistani Army spokesperson said in Mohmand area, 7 militants were killed during an operation based on intelligence following heavy exchange of fire, while in Bannu, a further 6 militants were eliminated in a separate operation. The ISPR said clearance operations continue in the area, taking into account the possible presence of militants.